colleges and made a lasting difference in the lives of Minnesotans. Laying the foundation for progress and a brighter tomorrow, he has invested in job growth and innovation, public safety, and young people. And he has been a strong ally of Biden administration on a broad range of issues, from reducing gun violence to strengthening American infrastructure. RT, congratulations on all you have done to move Minneapolis forward. I am proud to count you among my dearest friends, and Michelle and I wish you all the best as you keep fighting to ensure the doors of opportunity open wide for all. Barack Obama.
And next up, the person who's the inspiration behind the Homegrown Minneapolis Local Food Initiative, as well as a ton of the work that Miranda's done. The First Lady, me as well. The First Lady of Minneapolis for the next couple of weeks, and my mom for a lot longer than that, Megan O'Hara.
Thank you so much. I never thought I'd be on this stage, but I thought it would be really nice if after 12 long years that tonight I could share with you some secrets about our team. I think it's time, you know, and the very first one, unfortunately, is that there are no secrets. It's all on Twitter, baby. It's all on Twitter. So I'm just going to have to scrounge up some random facts, and you guys can just pretend you didn't know this stuff. But before he wanted to be mayor, you may all be familiar with this, many stories about how he always wanted to be mayor of Minneapolis. But before that, he wanted to be a professional baseball player. And so I think he would have given this whole deal up if he could have just stepped onto the Twins for maybe a couple of days. But baseball is pretty much RT's favorite thing.
A couple exceptions.
Oh yeah, the rest of us. But he also has sort of a secret obsession. And many weekends, if he can kind of sneak away for an hour or two, find a little time here and there, he'll be off indulging in this habit. And that would be buying gear. So for those of you who maybe aren't outdoor enthusiasts, gear is kind of the thing that happens at REI, Midwest Mountaineering, or Thrifty Outfitters, our favorite spot on the planet. Another maybe known fact is that the outdoors is RT's happy place. It is just, if he can be riding his bike across the city, he is a happy guy. The downside to that is that he keeps the windows open in our house until about November 25th. So I'm thinking of setting up a tent in the backyard so that he will knock this off. Probably my favorite little-known fact about RT is when we first met, and things were getting pretty serious. And we were kind of sharing some different attitudes about life and plans and our future. And he had very strong opinions about the institution of marriage. And unfortunately, he was against it. He had no interest in the institution of marriage. He asked me to live with him about 5 weeks after we met. So this was RT's big statement of commitment. But I'm sure this year you can share how ironic it is when RT really celebrated gay marriage like no other mayor in the country. If he's going to do it, it's go big or go home. And I'm so proud of him. I couldn't be more proud of him. And thank you all for the love and support you've given us these last 12 years.
I married 46 people in one night, and I married the best one 26 years ago. And yes, I do one thing small really well. actually a really, really good one. And it's one that I'm going to do jointly with a wonderful person who's in this room tonight, and she is going to do an amazing job. Mayor-elect Betsy Hodges, where are you? The mayor-elect and I are doing a joint proclamation. You know, every city in America's got a public laureate, and that's a wonderful thing, and that's a great thing. But we want to do something a little different in this city because there is one person who is a storyteller beyond all belief, but especially somebody who tells the story in Minneapolis. And we think it is time that we actually, instead of having a poet laureate, have a storyteller laureate. And I think it's pretty simple to say who that man would be. And I want to bring him up to the stage to say a quick hello. As of tonight, the new storyteller laureate, I'm just going to call him story laureate because I like that even better, is my friend and one of the great gems of the city of Minneapolis. Please welcome our new story laureate, Kevin Crane.
It's such an honor. I mean, this is a hero of mine right here, our team. And I'd like to welcome the folks from St. Paul, proving them. What happens in St. Paul leaves St. Paul. No, I just want to say really quick, I tell stories around the country. One of my favorite stories I get to tell is one called R.T. Rybak Mayor. And because it's epic, it's mythic, but most importantly, it's a love story. And every great story is a love story. And speaking of which, this next year we're going to celebrate the first year of the marriage equal rights in Minnesota. And our team and I are working on a project together to really kick that anniversary off in the right direction. And so we're looking forward to that, and we're hoping to see you there. And congratulations, our team. This is just such an honor. Thank you. Thank you all.
I want to also say there are a couple really important people in this room today. One of the most incredible partners I've had is the mayor of St. Paul, Mayor Chris Coleman. It was amazing like coming. It was such a friend to us and through thick and thin, they have done great work. And a person who I admire and has been doing wonderful work, and I will forgive him for the fact that we took Megan and I out to dinner and drinks in Duluth. He roofied me with Duluth beer, but I still love him. Duluth Mayor Tom Ness. We also have here a couple other favorites. Congressman Pete Ellison. Senator Scott Kimball. And a whole bunch of people from the Minneapolis City Council. Thank you guys all for your amazing partnership. I'm not going to give a big speech, but I just want to look around this room and just say to so many people, thank you. That when I came into office, one of the good things, but one of the tough things is that nobody expected me to win. And so what happened is that it took kind of a ragtag group of people to take the leap of faith. And a very, very small group of people, Peter Radini is my first campaign manager, the people took a real risk on this, and they worked hard and we outworked everybody, and we amazingly got elected. And the really wonderful thing about that was that I had never done this job before. And I was saying to somebody earlier, if a brain surgeon walked into the room and said, I've never done this job, but I think I can do a pretty good job operating my brain, you probably wouldn't be very excited. Well, I was a brand new mayor, and I was a rookie mayor, and 9/11 had just happened, and the city of Minneapolis looked me in the eye and they said, hey, we trust you. Here's the keys to City Hall. Go in there and do something. And I learned an incredible amount along the way, and I made a ton of mistakes. I cannot count the mistakes I made. But the beautiful thing about it is that there is a lot of responsibility that sits on your shoulders as a mayor. But when I got it right, what I remembered to do was to open up the door, because I had this amazing group of people in the city. When I remembered not to just stay in the office, but to get out there and depend on you, I got some stuff done. Only because we got it done together. And you know, that sounds like a nice thing for somebody to say on the way out. I mean that with every shred of my being, that I was carried by people in the city through the toughest possible things. The Great Depression, recession, the tornado, the branch felt like it, you know, all these other things. And one by one, we kept tackling it, doing really great stuff. And the thing that made me feel so good about that is not just what we got done, but as somebody who's now not going to be mayor anymore, it made me recognize the fact that it's not me sitting in the mayor's office and Betsy's going to do a hell of a job. It's you. It's all of you who are able to do these amazing things. Please, 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 keep doing things for this city. It is filled with people who have really full lives, who are doing great things, and somehow you stand aside from yourself and you say somebody else matters. That's what a community is. And there's no other city that does it better. I'm not going to be mayor anymore, but I am going to every single day know what it means in the city. That when it snows, I'm going to go look at the snow, and I'm not going to worry about the snow plowing. When there's a fire or a terrible police incident, and these people who stand between us and harm's way go out there, or when the street is repaved, or some of those unsexy things like filling potholes, or getting that clean water coming right to your tap. That's people. There are tons of people doing great work. And I think also the final thing I want to say is every year I go and speak to every ninth grader in the Catholic schools. We've heard these two great kids from Stepper. I ask them to do something, and I ask them to close their eyes and get everything out of their brain. When they're really still, I want them to think about that one big thing they want to do when they get older. And I ask them to imagine doing that thing, and there was nobody better at it, nobody loved that job more. And I want them to think real hard about that. And before they open their eyes, I say, now I want you to think about a few people coming to that picture who will help you get there. When they open their eyes, I tell them how important it is to do that. And then I tell them something else. I said, when I was their age, I closed my eyes and I thought really hard, and I imagined that somehow, maybe, someday I get to be mayor of Minneapolis. And when I close my eyes and open my eyes and look out at all you, there were a lot of people who helped me get there, and a lot of people who helped me do big things. And that's why the thing that makes me so good is that when I'm done on January 2nd at 1:45, I'm going to walk 2 blocks down the street and start my new job with Generation Next. That's going to be all about helping people and kids in the future. We have the greatest potential of any community in the city, in the world. Keep doing great things. Keep loving the city. And if you move up here a little close, something may happen here.